Ready? Okay. How's everybody doing? Bring it in, people. Come on. You're here? All right. So, my name is Michael Botefuhr. Thank you for bringing it in. It's much more intimate this way. My name is Michael Botefuhr. I'm the Partner Relations Manager for Zillow. I basically travel around the country. I go to different brokerages. I speak at different events, all explaining Zillow. So today we're going to, is this thing on? Today we're going to go over agent reviews. I have a little deck to put together. I put together. Maybe if we have time, we'll go over some questions you guys have. If you have any questions, like raise your hand, right? There's like 25 of us in here, right? Don't be shy. I'm right here. Just raise your hand, all right? So this is what we're going to go over. Number one, we're going to go over what a user review is compared to what a testimonial is. We're going to go over why you should collect them, how you should request reviews from your clients, and how to respond to positive and negative reviews. And then we'll throw it out there to see, how you can use the reviews in your marketing. So what is a testimonial, right? Testimonials, from what I understand, have been, the pieces of paper, the letters that agents have collected over the years, right? Testimonials from your clients. Am I right on that? Yes? Okay, thank you. Awesome. Yes. All right. So a testimonial is a written declaration certifying to a person's character, conduct, or qualifications, right? A user review is a formal assessment or examination of a service or product. So you see the difference there, right? One of them is kind of talking about someone's character, like maybe you guys were friends or maybe you did a deal together. And the other one is someone just saying if the product was good or bad, or if the service was good or bad, right? That's why you have, Zillow reviews and Amazon reviews and Yelp reviews, right? They're not testimonials. Let's keep it going. That's what I was saying, right? You have these reviews on Amazon, you have the reviews on Yelp, you have the reviews on TripAdvisors. I think the testimonial, the reviews on Zillow are kind of testimonial-ish, but they're called reviews, and there's nothing in the 4 designations on Zillow particularly that say something about like the person's character, right? It's like negotiation, it's attentiveness, right? It's nothing about character. So it's important to understand what the difference is and get them. So my question, I thought this would be a good question. Who's got the best steak in the area? Who? Sellers? Anybody else? Luger's. Anybody else think Luger's has got the best steak? Seriously. All right. They got a Luger. I live on the Upper East Side. I go to Luger's in Brooklyn as much as I possibly can. I haven't been to the one in Great Neck. So where would you go to check? Google or Yelp, right? Yelp. Have you guys heard of Yelp before? Yes. As of today. Perfect. Yelp is the #1 most used website for reviews on restaurants, on salons, on shopping, right, on anything. You can get on there too as an agent. You can get reviews on Yelp. So we went to Yelp. We asked who had the best steak. Who'd you think it was? It's Peter Luger's. That's the best. It's the best. So, we all know it. I could have asked you guys who has the best steak, but I could have just as easily went on to Yelp, right? It's the same thing. Peter Luger's has got 166 reviews. It's almost 5 stars. I'd be just fine in making a decision, reading that review, right? So the next question, should I buy a Kindle, right? The reviews on Amazon say you should, right? You guys have seen reviews on Amazon before, right? Every product has reviews if someone reviews it. Anybody have a Kindle? Is it cool? I'm on a plane all the time. I feel like I should get one. I should get one, huh? Maybe I should just get an iPad. I think I should just get an iPad. All right. Sidetrack. Here we go. Right. Right. That is a good point. Here's another question, right? Where should I stay in the city? Right? You're on a trip to the city. I didn't know that this was the top hotel, but TripAdvisor's, this is another top website where someone's going to go make a decision about where they're going to stay when they go travel. And I guess the Casablanca Hotel of Times Square is the #1 hotel. Have you guys stayed there? Or somebody stayed there? No? Number one hotel on TripAdvisor's. They have 1,706 reviews. I mean, do you think, if you stumbled onto TripAdvisor because you went to Google and you were Googling best places to stay for a show or whatever, and you got to TripAdvisor, I mean, do you think 1,706 reviews and an overall rating of 5 stars would make a difference on your decision? Yes. All right. So here's the next question. Which agent would you work with? Would you work with Sarah, who's my boss, actually? Or would you work with Vera? Anybody? I mean, do you think these reviews might make a difference? Yeah, you're right. You're damn right. So what we find especially on Zillow, what we find is that when an agent advertises, we can keep track of the leads that they're getting. When they get 1 review in their advertising, they get a 70% uptick in contact requests. And when they get 5 reviews, they see an increase of 160%. So it's extremely, extremely important that you get these reviews up and running. And as we just covered, on Yelp, on TripAdvisor, on Zillow, right? Many, many people are making these buying decisions based on reviews, right? Because if you're not being referred by somebody, I mean, what you're going to do is go online and do your research, right? And so, are you relevant? Right? Do you have reviews? Because in 2002, 7% of the people found their homes online, and in 2010, according to NAR, 37% found their homes online. I mean, I would say it was probably a little bit more. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, is everybody an agent in the room? Yeah? I mean, every single person should have a free Zillow profile. I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's Zillow and Yahoo. I mean, Zillow and Yahoo is the largest real estate network in the country, by far. And you can get a free profile up on Zillow. Yahoo. Yeah, Zillow runs Yahoo Real Estate. And there's a huge non-duplicated audience. So when you put the traffic together, it's the largest real estate network in the country, I think. Nope. You just put it once on Zillow. And then all the reviews will carry through to Yahoo. Your bio, all that good stuff will carry through. And I think I have some slides about how to request the review coming up. Has anybody tried to Google themselves? Yeah? All right, cool. So who are you when you're Googled, right? Right, you're a real estate agent. And you really want to make sure, you have all your bases covered, right? You want, when someone Googles you, you want to show up on Zillow, you want to show up on Realtor, you want to show up on Trulia, you want to show up on LinkedIn if you can. I mean, it's like another thing that you have to consider, but you can build a Yelp profile. Yelp doesn't really it's not too hard to have someone review you on Yelp, whereas Zillow, they have to register because like it's such a big deal when somebody's reviewing, you and your business. So the reviews really matter because you want to have this solid online reputation, right? When somebody Googles you, you want to make sure you're on point with a consistent message on all the websites. Yeah?
What happens if, let's say, somebody puts a false review, or let's say another broker, just to damage your reputation or something, do you get that removed or something?
Yeah, I actually have a couple slides about that. I do. And a broker can't review you, though.
They just go in there as a regular person. You don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they have to, number one, they have to register for a profile on Zillow. If they're a broker, it's not going to let them do that. Number two, they have to say in which capacity they worked with you. And number three, we read every single review. And number four, you can actually flag the review, so it could be taken down. And I actually have slides on that. Specifically on Zillow, how you get reviews, the first thing you want to do is sign up for a free profile, right? It's like upper right-hand corner, click register, plug and chug your info. This is my email, Zillow.com. This is my email, this is my name, this is where I work. That is it. And then you have a profile, and then you want to upload a picture. And then you can start getting into like the bio and all that good stuff.
Are you notified when someone doesn't review you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you have to request them. So you'll know when the reviews come in because you requested them. It's I'd say it's much more common to request a review and then get one than have someone just come on and then find your name in the professional directory and then give you a review. Very rarely have I seen that. So this is how you get them. So you've registered for a free profile, right? And this is what your profile looks like, except it'll have empty stars. There's a button right there. You see it says request a review. You click request a review. You get to this next page. The next page is a page where you can enter in one email address at a time. And you can enter, personal message, to that person, right? On this same page, there's a link at the bottom. And the link at the bottom says send multiple requests at once. So if you have, 20 past clients or 50 past clients, this might be a good way to email most of them. So, you definitely want to craft a message that conveys the importance of the review. So in the message, you want to say something like, reference what you did together and then say, hey, Zillow has the ability to get reviews up on the site. This is going to have a significant impact on my business for years to come, right? Because Zillow's not going anywhere. We're only getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And so you definitely want to get reviews. The other thing you really want to mention is that they have to register. Because sometimes they'll get the link that you send them, they'll type in a beautiful review, and then when they click submit, it'll pop up, sign in or register. So sometimes they'll say, I submitted it, and then you call me and say, they submitted it. And then I call someone else, and they say, they didn't submit it. And that's what happened. That's one thing that my clients do a lot. They will tell their clients, register on Zillow. Go register as a homeowner. And then they're like, okay, now go to the review. And then they can just type away and click submit. So they just have to know.
To register is basically their name and email or something like that?
It's just their name and a screen name. So or not their name, their email and a screen name. So it could be, michaelbotefuhr@gmail.com, and then I would be, Upper East Side Buyer 1. And that's what shows up on your review if they want to be anonymous.
What's their advantages
There is no advantage. There is none either. We don't sell, Zillow is free, right? Except to agents that want to advertise and, major companies that want to do display advertising. So we don't sell anything to consumers. We don't spam them. It's just a security measure. If we had random people coming on to, your guys' profiles and just putting in reviews, that's one review that has a big impact on your business. It's not like I'm buying a $100 steak at Peter Luger's, right? This is like a big transaction, right? It's like, yeah.
I would think when you register, they send you an email, you can opt in, so it's a legitimate email. People just can't register for emails, right?
Yeah, no. No. Yeah. Yes, sir. A sample. That's a good idea. Like a sample letter, like italics in there or something. A really good letter that you could just send out. That would be a good idea. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. They get screened. They are read. We have a reviewer that reviews the reviews. Yes.
This would be something you track. Do you have any idea how many requests get sent out, how many actually come out?
I think we have 50,000 reviews now. And it's not going to be, you might be at 100%. I haven't seen, my top clients, Bic here, she's an advertiser and she has 20 reviews. She crushes it because her biggest competitor is Casey Margino. Have you guys heard of this guy before? He's the biggest agent in DC, just in general. And in this zip code, Bic outsells him ever since she signed up because she has 20 reviews. This was my question. This is why I have this slide here. Look, this is an active listing agent. This is your listing after you have an updated profile, right? You signed up for a profile. This is your listing, right? There you are on top, and you have advertisers below that have 20 or 2 or whatever reviews, right? So it's really important, even if you're not advertising, to get some reviews for your business. Your listings on Zillow feed in automatically via List Hub, Postlets, broker feeds. Yeah. So you want to sign up with your email that's associated with all the listings. Make sense? Yeah.
Michael, I heard from some of the other guys today, you can't just ask your past clients to go on and do reviews for you because they'll be new users and Yelp will rip it down after a day if they just go on and give you, a good review. Is Zillow like that? If you go to your legitimate, all of us have a bunch of good past clients.
Yeah.
Deals for, we'll send out 20 emails, maybe 5 of them will do it.
Sure.
That's going to be huge for all of our businesses just to get 5 good reviews.
Absolutely.
We'll be ahead of 99.9% of the agents.
Yes.
So once we get our clients to do that, they'll be on there, they stick, and they stick.
Yeah, absolutely.
What is that Yelp pulls it down if somebody just goes on?
Yeah, it's two different philosophies. Yelp doesn't want people to solicit reviews. Right? They want just natural, I don't know if that's the word, organic reviews.
Pay-per-click reviews, if you will.
We have the opposite philosophy. We want you to get reviews. We encourage you to contact every single one of your previous clients. As long as they register and say in which capacity they worked with you, their review is going to stick.
Now, once you reviews, Bic, is it Bic?
Yeah, Bic.
Once Bic has her 20 reviews on there, does her page, have SEO juice? Meaning when people Google her, rather than her website, in addition to her website coming up, her Zillow profile is going to come up because she has all these reviews, perhaps ahead of her website.
Man, that is a good question. You guys, I also come into offices too. I do a whole Zillow A to Z. I am based out of New York City, so if you want me to come into your office and do a whole presentation on everything about the website, I'm totally available. Just come by the Zillow booth and just take my card. That's it. But I have a whole bunch of slides in that presentation about stealing SEO from Zillow because we share our Google Juice. All you need to do is put links into your bio that are key phrases that someone's going to search in Google. And so when someone searches like Westchester purple condos, because it's such a pointed phrase, they're going to find that on your profile first on Zillow, on the first page of Google. So that's something you can do. You can add links to your profile. And but in terms of reviews, why it's important is because when someone Googles your name, the most powerful websites are going to show up first, right? And Zillow is probably one of the most powerful websites you're on.
So Big has 20 reviews, and I don't know what town she's from, DC?
Yeah,
So when people type in DC realtors or DC real estate agents,
yeah.
her Zillow profile may come up on the first page.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if reviews have an impact on who is going to show up, because that's a very broad search. I think reviews have a bigger impact in terms of if somebody's searching for you or for an area that you work a lot, when they see you, when you do show up, those reviews are going to be right next to your name.
What about DC agent reviews?
That could be something, yeah, that you'd show up, yeah.
I'm with Prudential, and when we implement our information into the Prudential website, it automatically goes to the Zillow. Now, do we personally have to go in and fill out a bio or anything in order to be able to get people to get the reviews to our sites?
Yeah, so I hear a lot of agents, not you in particular, but just around the country, that I'm at the booth. I have tons of agents walking in front of me. I'm trying to get them to come over and say hello, and I'm like, "Are you registered on Zillow, or do you advertise?" And a lot of the answers I get are yes. My company advertises for them. But what they're usually talking about is that Prudential or Howard Hanna or Keller Williams, of course, send your listings to all these different websites, right? But that doesn't mean you have a profile set up. You have a presence. So it's really important that you get on all the different, not just Zillow, but on Trulia, on Realtor, like on every website you can set a profile up, set it up. Make sure it's the same message on all of them. So, and to get the reviews, you have to have a profile anyway. So tips here, I already said, number one, communicate the importance of the review, right? You really want to make sure they understand that it's really important for your business to get these reviews. Number two, like I said, remember to tell them that they must register. You could also be persistent, right? Don't give up. If you send out one email blast and you only get one or two back, get on the phone, right? Call them if you can. Get creative, right? You don't have to just say, hey, I'm requesting a review. You could say I don't know, a $5 or like a Starbucks gift card, or I don't know, whatever you want to do. Make it eye-opening. Whatever you need to do. If you had to spend $15 on every review, it would be worth it, totally worth it. So get creative, right? Be persistent, get creative, and tell them that they have to register, or else it's not gonna go through. So I forgot to add the graphic here, but in the back it says how to deal with positive and negative reviews. So this is just an example with TripAdvisor. They have the same kind of deal. When somebody goes on TripAdvisor and says something terrible about the hotel, a lot of times the manager on site or the vice president or whoever will go on there and respectfully explain what happened. And that's something that you can do too. So this one was, not the view I was expecting. And what does it say? The general manager said, "Thank you for taking the time to share your experience on TripAdvisor. We appreciate your comments, but we realize your pictures date back almost 1 year when the side street and our pier were still under construction." Right? So just be gentle when you're responding to a negative review, because not everybody is going to like you. Not everybody is. And what we find on Zillow on the agent side plus the mortgage side is that agents and LOs that have less than a 5-star rating get more contacts than the ones that have a perfect 5-star rating, because you look like a human being. right? People you look like a normal person. So if you get that 1-star review, get 10 more, because 1 star combined with 15 5-stars, you're still going to be at 4.999. So on Zillow in particular, this is how you would respond to a negative review. And I'm telling you, we have a problem with like almost all positive reviews, right? When anybody really comes on to Zillow and they spend the time to type something out and register, it's usually because you did a fantastic job. And it's funny, like the only times I've actually seen negative reviews, I've been on the road and an agent has come up to me, and I just have the feeling that review might have been like right. It's just crazy. I mean, you read the review and then you listen to the agent and you're like, yeah, you could flag the review. I mean, there's options. There's definitely options. Like I said, every single review gets read, right? It can't be slanderous. It can't be something weird. If there is a problem, like if you don't know who that is, or it's, it was slanderous, or there was something inappropriate, or what are the other options? Offensive language, appears fake. What you can do is, if you can see, I apologize for my PowerPoint skills. So you see the box on the right-hand side that says report a problem? You see that little red circle that's like towards the middle of it? Everybody see that? It's like a red half circle right there. Everybody tell me you see it. All right, good. All right. That's the flag. That's the flag you click on. So like if you're looking at your profile and there's a review that doesn't make sense, there's a little flag there. That's what that red circle was showing, but my box is covering it up. So click on that flag, and then this box pops up. You can select what's happening or what happened, and then once you select what happens, there's the little menu will roll up, and you can type in exactly what's going on. So how could you use reviews in your marketing? Number one, you could use them on your Facebook fan page. Zillow has free Facebook fan page, I don't know what you call them, Facebook tabs. So you have your Facebook fan page set up. You go to Zillow, and there's, everything on Zillow is on the top, right? Homes, mortgages, local info, and then there's more. If you go to more, there'll be, widgets, badges, and data. If you click on that, there'll be a link where you can take your Facebook tabs. And so if you have your Facebook fan page set up, you can go choose which tab you want. You can have a reviews tab. You can have your listings show up. And I think there's one other. Your profile can show up in your profile. So it's something you can do. You can put them right on your Facebook fan page. What else could you do? Oh, this is my client, Vera. So this is the same client, Vera. This is my wall, and she shared that she got yet another positive review. That slide was old. I think she has like 26 now or something. The record for reviews right now is 58. And I can tell you from other clients I have a client that owns a very small zip code in San Jose, and he's spending not very much money. But he has 30-something reviews, and somehow people just find him. I mean, he's doing really, really well because of these reviews. So when you get these good reviews, brag about it. You can share your Zillow profile on Facebook, and you can share each individual review on Facebook as well. So, yeah. Oh, that's the advertising. That's like, somebody, there's 2 spots for zip code, someone owns one, and then they show up on most of the listings as the person to contact.
Now, my second
Yeah.
question is, when you were talking about profile, about the reviews, and you kind of, I heard it somewhere, I think I heard that on, what's the other one, Yelp?
Yeah.
That you can't ask people for reviews, they just have to go find you and give you a review?
Yeah, I mean, there's no mechanism on Yelp for you to solicit the reviews like Zillow, because Zillow has that request a review button you can click and then send them out. So with Yelp, you'd probably just copy the link and then manually email whoever you'd want to go review you on Yelp. Yeah.
Someone earlier in the day talking about this was saying that it's not, they would suggest having the same reviews on different sites. Do you feel the same, have different ones on Zillow, different ones on Yelp?
I mean, I don't know. Why does that matter? I don't know. Why? Are they going to really check to see if they're the same? I mean, I would say there's definitely has to be some kind of strategy, right? Because your clients don't want to register for 30 different websites and do these reviews. So I think you have to kind of prioritize. And I mean, I'm probably biased because I work for Zillow, but I mean, it's the largest real estate network, the only, website for real estate that's, going to allow you to get reviews. And you have to register for the website. So it makes sense to have them register with Zillow and then either have them copy paste that review in other places, or even, you can copy paste that review in other places. But there's no way that, we sync up with LinkedIn or Yelp or anything. And I don't know if it makes sense to have them all the same. I just think the volume is the most important, right? Like having a whole bunch, because so many agents just don't even have any. Any other questions while you have me? Any Zestimate questions while the Zillow guy's on stage? Huh? You don't like them? Too bad. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Right here.
That's okay. You had stated that there are advertising available on Zillow, and what would the ramification of that? What are the costs, and are there areas, or how does that work?
Yeah, with the advertising, like you saw with BIC, like on that buyer's agent list, it's based on zip code. It's like organized by zip code. So we have 2 of these spots per zip code. The prices are based on the lead volume that's in the area, the sales prices of the homes, and the traffic. So Beverly Hills is going to be like $2,400 a month, right? But like our client there has made like $300,000 this year on closings. Whereas like Nebraska is going to be like $80 a month. So I've been checking Long Island zip codes all day, and a lot of them are open. A lot of them, which is awesome. Yeah, Queens is open too. There's a lot of spots in Queens open. Yeah, see, here's the reason why Queens is priced the way it is, because Queens is at the highest level of the price spectrum. But there's a limit. It's like $500 for each quarter share. The reason why is because in Queens, our lead volume is some of the highest in the entire country. That's the reason why. And the sales prices are like actually pretty good. So like I actually have clients in Queens that are just crushing it. Like it's really ridiculous. The coolest part about that is that when you own a zip code, you can enter in all the zip codes that you work in. And if all of those zip codes are open, you rotate through like you own it for free. So that's the really cool part about like taking one spot in Queens, and then you get this huge contact volume from all these other surrounding zip codes. Yeah? No, like let's say you owned 100% of one zip code, and someone else owned the other spot in the same zip code. That zip code would be sold out, and none of those people would rotate through. It's sold out. But if we have availability, we're going to rotate the surrounding premier agents, through that spot. Yeah.
How many people will they allow to purchase the same zip code? Is there a max?
Yeah. We have 200% spots with 4 25% shares per spot. So like in Beverly Hills or maybe even Queens, because those are priced the same, believe it or not, a quarter share means you show up 25% of the time, and it's 25% of the investment. So it's just based on your budget.
I know in my office there's a few zip codes that are shared by quite a few of the agents.
Yeah.
That's their perimeter. That's where they farm.
Right. Yeah.
200% spot, that means 50%.
A 200% spot would mean you would own both spots. But that's a spot. We don't allow that to happen.
Okay, but it's 2 different people with 100%, they only get 50% each.
Right. No. Both spots show up at the same time. So like if you own one and I own one, we both own 100%. We're showing up every time together. Yeah.
Is there anything you'd recommend besides just Yelp
Isn't there another one, agent review, or what is it? Yeah, Incredible Agents.
Also LinkedIn.
Incredible Agents, LinkedIn. LinkedIn is on there. Incredible Agents.
Angie's List,
Yeah,
Realtor.com.
exactly. Can you get reviews on Realtor?
That's what he said?
Fantastic. Do that.
Trulia, they're called something different, like recommendation. Have you seen any change in your business in this area relating to Trulia?
When I'm out at brokerages, I hear positive things about Trulia, like lead volume's good, or we have a lot of traffic from Trulia. But no, I mean everything. Zillow's traffic has just been going up and up and up and up, and our lead volume is getting higher and higher and higher because we run Yahoo and Zillow. So it's just been really like steady growth. It's been really fun. It's funny though. Most traffic gets to Yahoo through Google. Yeah, because people go do their search on Google, and Yahoo Real Estate shows up on the first page. So it's interesting. You know, people aren't going to Yahoo Real Estate specifically. They're getting there via SEO. And that's why the lead volume on Zillow is going to outnumber Yahoo, because most people go to Zillow because they type Zillow in the browser. Like our brand is like pretty powerful.
And you have the cool mapping.
Yeah, and the apps, who's got the real estate apps, right? iPad, Android. You could pull it up and hit the GPS. You can see what's for sale. You can look at the inside of the home while you're standing on the sidewalk. You could call, you know, if you were the agent, I touch your name, I'm on the phone with you. If you're advertising, that's you. It's 30% of our traffic right now. Yeah.
You also sell the name of the town or
Just
just the zip code?
as it's just organized by zip code. And once that zip code is sold out, it's gone. Yeah, I don't. If I understood how that worked, I'd tell you. I know that they have the same kind of thing with, like, they send multiple requests to the same agents on the list, but that's just, I don't know what the deal is with like the zip code and the town thing.
I mean, you said too bad you don't like these estimates, but why is there such a disparity in terms of like the actual price that is actually selling in the area
Yeah.
and this estimate?
You guys want to hear the Zestimate spiel real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yes? Let me get a show of hands for the Zestimate spiel. Yeah? Because I could be selling stuff at the booth right now. Just kidding. The Zestimate? Do you know what the Zestimate is? Tell me you know what the Zestimate is.
In New York, it's really low and not accurate.
So the Zestimate, I'll give you this is what the Zestimate is. And this is, I'm telling you, if you like own the Zestimate, right? If you were like, I own the Zestimate, I know what it is, I know how to explain it, I'm going to ask my clients if they've seen it, and then I'm going to ask them to explain it to me, because they're not going to be able to, and then you're going to explain it to them, and it's going to be much easier to get through. That is a much better approach than the standard approach of a very emotional response. Most agents, and rightfully so sometimes, have a much more emotional response because they've had issues with the Zestimate. So they get very defensive, like, why are you wasting time on this stupid website with these crazy numbers, right? That's not what your clients want to hear, but that's what they hear all the time. They love Zillow. They love it. So if you take a different approach, a data-driven response, this is what it is. This is how accurate it is. This is how you can change it. This is how right? They're like, oh, all right, so you're on Zillow too. So what do you think? It helps the conversation go a lot better. And I've actually done this with an agent's clients just to like prove it to her because she wasn't having it. And it really, really, really works most of the time. So anyways, a Zestimate is a weighted algorithm, right? It's a calculation with weights in it. The major weights are beds, baths, square feet, comps in the area that are similar to that property, and all the tax information we can get from public record, right? So if any of those major weights are off in any way, that's going to be bad for the Zestimate, right? What we don't consider is the view, right? How do we know? We can't calculate how pretty a sunset is and put it in an equation, right? We don't know how good the school district is. We can't put that into the equation either. We don't know the condition of the home. If the home has been remodeled or gut renovated, or if a bathroom's been added, We don't know until your listing comes in. Yeah.
Would you at least say in like school district, well, if you're showing something, you estimate is all school district 4 or school district 12?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It shows the school district. Well, a lot of agents will say, "Oh, but this is in the best school district. Like it should be much higher." But we just don't know what that means.
If it's similar properties that are listed and sold in the area of the same school district, that's right.
Right. I was just saying that's not something that they're considering. Additionally, you have another resource. There's a link on the bottom of every single page on Zillow, every one, and it's going to say Zestimate Values and Accuracy. Okay? If you click on that link, you get to a page where you can actually see how accurate we are with the Zestimate in your county. Yeah, so I can tell you, you can't quote me. You have to go to the website, but I'm pretty sure I remember what Westchester was. I know this is not Westchester. I think Nassau is almost exactly the same. It's like 85% of the time, we're within 20% of the sales price. And it's like 60-something% of the time, we're within 10%. And 40% of the time, we're within 5% of the sales price with a 9% median error. So 4 out of 10 times, we're within 5% of the sales price. So, I mean, do your clients know that? Anybody? No, right? So hopefully you can use that info, like go get that chart, print it out if you need to, and there's another link on the left-hand side that says, what is his estimate? It's going to tell you the exact same thing I told you. If you can really understand that information and be able to explain it to them, you're going to look like an expert, and it's going to be able to, move that conversation in a different direction. Yeah.
Also, in your listings, can you go down and agree or disagree with
Yes.
the estimate?
Yeah.
Put in your own 2 cents. So
Right.
if there are renovations that aren't included in this estimate, your comment then appears on the list.
Did you see my presentation before or something? Yeah, I have a slide there that has, you can comment on all of your estimates, on all of your listings. So in my slide, it's like, you can say it's too high or it's too low. My example says it's too low, and then it says, let's see if I can recite it. It's like, this 3-bed, 3-bath view home, completely remodeled to the studs in 07, has been updated with the finest features and details. New beds, new baths, new roofs, mother-in-law legal apartment, decks, landscaping, appliances, windows. That was it. That was the thing I've said that like probably 500 times. So yes, you can go in there and say exactly why this estimate is low or if it's too high for some reason, but only on your listings if you have a registered profile. Yeah.
Can't homeowners, before they list their home, go on and do their own?
Yeah, absolutely. A homeowner can register, just like a homeowner registers to submit a review, same thing. They register, it's their profile. They then can go search the address of their home, claim the home as a homeowner. They're listed on a security question because it's public information. They then can go in and edit every single little detail about the home that they want to do. And they can also do this thing called My Estimate, which has no effect on anything, but it's like a little thing that they can do. And it's a calculation. It's not like they can just say, my estimate is $10 million. They say, I did a high-end kitchen remodel. They said, I finished the basement. They said, and then we calculate their estimate. Another resource that you have to combat this estimate. So if you guys have any more questions, I'll be at the booth. If you want to check a zip code, I can punch it in. If you want to have me in your office, take my card. Otherwise, that was it. Thanks, guys. Yeah. Thank you. Sure.